Welcome to class 10 mathematics. Dear students, in the previous class we had discussed exercise 1.2 up to question number 4. Now I am going to discuss fifth question, that is, check whether 6 raised to n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. You have to check whether 6 raised to n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. Solution for this question is any positive integer ending with 0 should contain or must divisible by 5. It should be divisible by 5. Therefore, the prime factorization of 6 raised to n should contain 5. But the prime factorization of 6 raised to n is 2 into 3 raised to n. See, 2 into 3 gives us 6 raised to n, as 5 does not occurs or appears in the prime factorization. In the prime factorization of 6 raised to n. Therefore, 6 raised to n cannot end with digit 0. Not only 6 raised to n, you can take any like 4 raised to n, 7 raised to n may ask in the exam. Okay, so check whether the given either 6 raised to n or 4 raised to n or 7 raised to n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. If the number ends with 0, that must be divisible by 5. The prime factorization of that must be 5. In the prime factorization 5 should be there, then only we can say that number is divisible by 5 or the number ends with 0. Next question, last question from this exercise. There is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field, while Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they both start at the same point and at the same time and go in the same direction. Okay, both have started at the same time, but they have taken different time. Okay, Sonia takes 18 minutes and Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Okay, after how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? After how many minutes again they will meet at the starting point? This is the question. In this case, we have to find again, they have to meet at the same point is nothing but what we have to find the LCM of the two numbers. Solution for this question is time taken by Sonia and Ravi to meet again at the starting point. At the starting point is nothing but what? LCM of 18 and 12 you need to find. 18, the factors of 18 are 2 into 3 into 3. 2 3s are 6, 6 3s are 18. Next, the factors of 12, 2 into 3. 2 3s are 6, 6 2s are 12. Okay, therefore LCM of two numbers gives us the highest powers of the common factors. 2 square is highest here, so 2 square into 3 highest power is 3 square, so 2 square is 4 into 3 square is 9, 4 9s are 36. Therefore LCM of two numbers gives us 36 is nothing but what? After 36 minutes, after 36 minutes they will meet again at the same point or at the starting point, at the starting. Now I am going to discuss irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Already you know what are irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are nothing but what? Numbers which cannot be written in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers. Revisiting irrational numbers. Already visited, now revisiting now. Now in this one theorem is given. That theorem is most important. Theorem 1.3. What is the statement of the theorem? Let p be a prime number. Let p be a prime number. If p divides a square, then p divides a also. If p divides a square, then p divides a also, where a is any positive integer. A is any positive integer. This theorem is useful for us to prove some irrational numbers like root 2, root 3, root 5 and so on. Okay, by using this theorem, now I am going to discuss one theorem, that is prove that root 2 is irrational. We have to prove root 2 is irrational. How to prove this is irrational? We don't know. So let us consider first, let root 2 be rational. By using the contradiction method, we have to prove root 2 is irrational number. Proof for this theorem is, let us assume to the contrary, that contrary means what? Wrong assumption. Contrary, that root 2 is rational. We have to assume, let root 2 be rational. Contradiction or contrary means wrong assumption. We have to assume. If we have to assume that is a rational number, so we can write root 2 is equal to either a by b you have to take, or p by q you have to take, or r by s you have to take. It should be written in the form of ratio form, where a and b are co-prime. Co-prime are nothing but what? The highest common factor of these two numbers must be 1 only. Now transpose this b to LHS, that gives us what? B root 2 divided by b is here, transpose to RHS, b into root 2 is equal to a. Now square on both sides. Square on both sides. We get 2b square is equal to a square. 2b square is equal to a square. Now b square is equal to a square divided by 2, or we can write as it is. This equation, we say this is equation number 1. This indicates what? This indicates what? 2 divides a square. 2 divides a square. How do you say 2 divides a square? By theorem 1.3. 2 divides a square, or a square is divisible by 2, or a square is divisible by 2. A square is divisible by 2. If a square is divisible by 2, so we can write a is equal to 2c. A is equal to 2c, where c is some integer. Where c is some integer. We can take any integer where c is some integer. substitute a is equal to 2c in equation number 1. In equation number 1, that equation is either 2b square or p square, just you have to consider. 2b square is equal to a square is the equation. In place of this a square, you have to substitute 2c. 2b square is equal to 2c whole square. 2c whole square. It gives us 2b square is equal to 4c square. Transpose this 2 to RHS. This gives us what? B square is equal to 2c square. Say this is equation number 2. Say this is equation number 2. This equation number 2 indicates what? Here 2 divides b square, or b square is divisible by 2. B square is divisible by 2. Therefore, by seeing equation number 1 and 2, therefore A and B have at least 2 as a common factor other than 1. This contradiction has arisen. Because of our incorrect assumption. What is our incorrect assumption here? We assumed root 2 is rational. That is not a rational. By seeing these two cases, 2 as a highest common factor other than 1, we said A and B are co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers are nothing but what? Should be 1 as a highest common factor, but it is wrong. Our assumption is wrong. So why it is wrong? Because we have considered root 2 as a rational number. Therefore, what is the correct statement? Therefore, root 2 is a rational number. Root 2 is a rational number. This is the proof for root 2 is irrational number.